Hello parents, in today's video we are going to explore looking at things in terms of another or solving for a variable. There are many ways you can test this with your child, but I like to use the conversion between Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit because this lets me test multiple math skills at the same time. To start, Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 Celsius plus 32. In this equation or formula, we are looking at Fahrenheit in terms of Celsius. In other words, we solve the equation for Fahrenheit, or depending on what temperature it is in Celsius, we can convert it to Fahrenheit using this equation. So you can ask your child to solve for Celsius, or what is Celsius in terms of Fahrenheit. There are multiple ways to do this, and here is one way. You can subtract both sides by 32. And now you're left with f minus 32 is equal to 9/5 c. Here's one step where you might want to look at how your child solves this problem carefully. Are they going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, or are they going to do it in two steps? Really, there's no right answer. It's the method that your child feels most comfortable. In my opinion, it's better to do it in two steps because it lets your child keep track of what he or she is doing in solving for this problem. So in two steps, what you can do is you can multiply both sides by 5, because what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. And then dividing by 9. There is an important step that I omitted, which is whether they multiply both sides by the reciprocal or whether they do it in two steps, they have to make sure and put the parentheses around the quantity of f minus 32. Because you're not just multiplying just one of the terms on this side, you have to multiply both sides of this equation when you're multiplying both sides by 5 or the reciprocal. Some kids may not like the 9/5, so they may be tempted to convert the 9/5 into 1.8. If you follow the exact same steps, you would subtract both sides by 32. Everything looks good so far, but when you divide both sides by 1.8, the equation looks a little bit strange, and it may not be in a format that's usually on a test or a standardized test. So therefore, it's really best to keep it as an improper fraction. Your child may be even tempted to convert this improper fraction into a mixed number. And again, this just makes the solving for Celsius in terms of Fahrenheit a little bit more difficult because they're going to have to convert it back into an improper fraction as they solve for C. The goal is to evaluate whether your child is following the rules in solving for the variable. Do they have confidence in each step that they are taking? Are they making any unnecessary steps such as converting the improper fraction to a mixed number or converting it into a decimal? This is a fairly simple question, but many kids may get confused because they do not deal with Celsius in the US. Now you helped your child to understand how to solve for a variable or to looking at something in terms of another, and you introduced them to how the rest of the world measures temperature, which is in Celsius and not Fahrenheit in the way that we look at it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.